Hello guys, welcome to episode 3 of the season 2 of the podcast. So, hosting today is me, JP.
Hi, I'm Lucy. Maisie.
Leon.
Ruby.
And Kevin. For those, Leon is our new guest today. The first podcast you've done, isn't it? First podcast. So today's topic, what we're going to talk about, was going to be social media. We just want to discuss why it's good, why it's bad, that kind of stuff. So before we move on to that, during the whole, when we went into lockdown, we set up a social media team, and Lucy was one of the people running that. So I'm going to hand it over to Lucy so she can just kind of explain what she did and what she did in space.
So basically with the social media, because obviously we wasn't in space and we couldn't do any performances, we had to make sure that we were keeping all the social media platforms updated. So we had staff vlogs, we had the news, where people presented the news. We did loads. We recorded sessions and posted that. And did we post the challenges on social media?
I think we did, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Posted
On
challenges.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Oh, just so she can get that out there, Maisie was the one who also hosted the news.
I did the news.
She's dying to.
I don't think we actually posted the news.
We
did
posted 2 of them.
Yeah, I did too.
They were a little bit funny and a little bit dodgy because we had no news, so we kind of just made things up, to be honest.
Well, the platforms that Space has, there's Instagram,
Facebook,
Twitter.
YouTube.
Have we got a Snapchat one?
No.
See, I
That
think
would be too much effort, that. Imagine
Well,
someone
no,
having
but
to
what
do
you
that.
could do, because what most people do is that
Snapchat.
they do a takeover thing. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
could do, so like what we've done on Instagram and Twitter, but
Oh, we
instead
should so
on
do
Snapchat,
that.
so Space has their own story. That might be
I'd
something
love
that
that.
could work, couldn't it?
That sounds
I
good.
think.
Add that onto the list.
So, regards of using social media, I would imagine everyone in here is on all platforms.
No. No, not all.
I don't use
No.
Twitter.
Yeah,
I'm not
let's do it. Okay, so if you're on Facebook, raise your hand.
Only because of me
So
mum.
that's
Wait,
everyone.
people can't see us raising our hands.
That's
Okay.
I was about to count. If you're okay. So let's try that again. If you're on Facebook, raise your hands. So that's everyone in the room. Okay, there you go. If you're on Twitter, raise your hand.
I am, but no.
That's everyone but me.
Don't use it.
I
then-
only use it to look
I only use
Well,
it
hang on,
for
have it.
space.
Yes.
I only use it for space stuff.
Okay, well then you're still technically using it.
Yeah.
I use it for Kanye, Chrissy Teigen and Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah, Kanye.
That's a whole
That's such a
different
strange
issue.
trio.
I literally only use it to like and retweet things. That's about it.
Do you know what? That's all I use Facebook for, just to reshare stuff.
I only
Comments,
use
yeah.
Facebook because all my family are on it. So, your nans, your aunts. Me nan shared and dogs missing in Canada, but still.
That's me.
Me nans, me mums. Me mums.
Come on, share a dog
Me
missing a bootle, it
dads.
might help find it.
Me mum, me dad, everyone. So, you can't just do it for that reason, but not. I don't post
Okay,
on
so
it.
who's on Snapchat?
Be lost without it.
It's everyone apart from me and Leon. I did get it, but then I just got rid of it. I
Quite
can't stand it.
deleted
Yeah, I
A
can't
lot of
stand it.
people do because
I
they say
delete it
Snapchat's
often.
becoming just a lot like.
I just deleted it. I never use
Everyone else,
it. It was just
I don't really post a lot on it. I just look what people do and speak to a lot of people on Snapchat. But people do a lot of people post their whole lives on
Oh.
Snapchat. That irritates
The
me.
kind of like
thing-
JP used to do on Facebook.
Yeah.
He was like a
am.
teenage
Tweet a
girl
lot.
with his Facebook.
He
Honestly,
used to
he'd share
a lot.
everything.
I hate you.
Yes, Ruby.
I know that's quite
Not all
offensive to
teenage
teenage
girls.
girls.
I know,
like
yeah,
that on
slightly
Facebook
offensive
and
one. That was
I
sexist
don't
too.
do
I
that.
don't share my
Well-
life on everything.
Well, okay,
All right,
okay.
fine.
Well,
A female
back in our
teenage
day,
girl,
there you go.
JP.
I have to admit this. So last summer, I was really
I know what you
bored.
did last summer.
So on Snapchat, I made a private story, and loads of people were asking to go on it. So I ended up having 120 people just from school.
but that was quite good. That.
And what I did is every single day, and I mean every single day, I vlogged. So it was it was called Lucy's Vlogs or something. And I'd be there ooh, I'm just about to get a shower, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to shave my legs, and then I'm going to get dressed because I've got to go to my nan's. And I'd literally
See,
vlog
but
everything.
when people do a vlog, I don't mind. But when you put it on Snapchat and you've got to just keep it's like
Keep tapping.
a story.
The-
yeah, for
some
like,
people,
how long?
some people,
Yeah,
the way
tapping.
Lucy done it was actually really interesting, and we did one. When we made after Christmas, we made turkey curry or something. We done that.
Yeah.
That was quite funny and but people who genuinely just sit and talk about. So today I did this, today I did that, and I'm just
Funny.
like,
Well,
I'm
Maisie,
just
you made
clicking
one
that
when you were
button.
making. The only one I actually watched
Like,
what
just
you
get to the
made
point.
is when you made a courier thing. You actually record yourself making
Yeah.
something. That one I watched because it looked really nice, the curry.
It was nice.
See, here's one. So there's a lot of people on TikTok.
I love TikTok.
Oh
so
my
who's on it? Hands
god!
Is that for
Everyone.
everyone? Do you know
See,
what?
now that's something I enjoyed. That's
I
so
only
much
got
fun
it during
to
the
do.
lockdown because I was
Me too.
bored.
I was like, I don't want it. I did Musical.ly, then whenever, and I don't want TikTok. And then I'm like addicted. I was 24 hours the amount account on TikTok.
Some of your videos are funny though, but I remember one day me and you just literally spent the day sending each other miming songs.
Yeah.
We've done that for must have been about 3 hours.
It
and
really
we
was.
just-
It was
just
so
kept sending
funny.
videos.
Can I just
I'm
say,
not a
if
fan
you
of
get sent Maisie's TikTok videos, they will make you cringe until you're shriveled up like a little raisin.
I'm quite funny.
Because, like, she'll be there with, like, a
Ian's-
brother's hoodie on, like a cap. She'll draw a little mustache and everything and be there acting
I
like
was
a
doing,
gangster and
characters.
all.
or there'll be Ian Summer in the back, Ian Summerhold in the background, and I'm like, that should be me.
He's from Vampire Diaries, who Maisie is.
My For You page is Vampire Diaries, Grey's Anatomy, and weird things.
Right, so Ruby is not a fan of TikTok.
Why not?
I don't know. But it was better when it was Musically.
You've got homework.
No,
I want you to
Musically
make.
was
I
so
want you to
bad.
make one TikTok video.
I did, but then I deleted them
Well,
all.
we want you to make one.
I don't actually make TikTok
I
very
liked it.
often. But I made one the other day, and it's
do.
basically, I learned this dance, and it's like just a scene from a film that I haven't watched. I think it's called Outcast or something. And I learned the dance in like isolation, and it's basically a video of this dog doing it. So like someone's holding its paws, like standing it up, and it's
I
doing
wanna
the
do that.
dance. So I did the dance next to it and sent it to like some of my mates. And they were all like, oh, I can't choose who did it better and all that. And then one of my mates turns around and went, the dog did it better. And I was so offended.
Can I just say though, the thing with TikTok, right? They're like,
you even make?
there's something like 15-second videos or 20-second videos,
You can have 60.
or 60. But even at 60, some people spend about 4 hours, right? Especially
Oh.
in transitions, doing like makeup, whatever.
I did that.
4 or 5 hours for a 15-second video. It's like you've got to have something to do with your life.
Yes,
other than
Maisie,
that.
she's waving. her hands.
If you've seen Gavin and Stacey, where they rap American Boy or whatever it's called, I did that, and I was,
Can you rap it now?
not right now because
Go on, rap it now.
No,
Let's.
I
Everyone,
did this.
everyone else gets to rap it.
No,
Rap it.
I did Smithy and Rudy, and I
Right.
Oh,
dressed
you got that
Right.
nailed
the two
down now.
characters, and then I did
Yeah.
the Gavin thing like that. Lucy found that cringy. That took me about 2-3 hours,
So,
maybe.
and how long was that? How long was it? Or the whole
60
TikTok video?
seconds.
60 seconds.
2 hours for 60 seconds.
Can
It
I
was
just
worth
say,
it.
this really
Was it?
surprised me. So,
You'll
like
be
in
my
2020,
American boy.
TikTok was only the 5th most used like social media platform, and that probably surprised me because literally all anyone's been saying that they do during like isolation is watch TikTok.
Well, a lot of stars, a lot of actors, because they couldn't, do the films, whatever. A lot of them actually went to TikTok, and one I was
Will
watching.
Smith.
One I was watching recently, especially. I think it's Maisie Williams of EastEnders. She's done
Smith.
TikTok. Smith, sorry. She's
love
done.
her.
Isn't Maisie Williams from
She's
Game
off
of
fucking
Thrones?
Thrones,
Yep, different
Yeah,
Maisie.
Maisie Smith, different Maisie.
Not me
She
either.
done so many videos,
Didn't
and
she?
she was so funny.
I
Watching
I
videos,
followed
she
her.
does-
But
she's so funny.
EastEnders had a big meeting with her, and they said a lot of
Yeah.
like shouted at her basically and
Yeah.
said, "You can't
See,
do that."
Now here's a question: would you think it'd be a fun idea if Space was to set up its own TikTok?
I said that in the media.
That
meeting
would
the
be
other
really
day.
good, but it'd be really funny. Can we get Brian doing a TikTok, please?
I was actually talking not about TikTok. I said, do you know the way when you have proper YouTube creators and if they're doing something, they'll do like a behind the scenes. So I said with Space, we post the podcast stuff or we've done different Now Festival stuff in previous. Say we have a show upcoming, we should do like we did with Greece, like the behind the stuff scenes.
Bloopers.
Post it, the
Yes.
bloopers.
they will be.
And that will just, if you people will watch it and go, I want
Yeah.
to actually see how that
Can
turned
you
into something.
How many
imagine the-
times on
And
our
I said
land
that
do
would
I
be
go?
good.
"Oh."
As well as posting maybe a bit of what we're doing, a few scenes and say, come and see and get it out there.
Well, can you imagine the bloopers from like? Okay, because most everyone in here was in The Secret.
Oh my
Can you imagine if we
Oh.
recorded the bloopers
Me
on
and
that?
you doing that, I had to literally like chase him on the stage. It was all like, no, you had to chase me, and every time I used to go.
So,
Because I could hear the footsteps.
Leon,
you two only had to look at each other.
That's all you had to do. You used to look at each other, and they went
So basically, The Secret, like in like January with Annie, we did a Holocaust memorial play.
We do one every year.
So it was like a really
Yeah.
serious story.
I'm not sure if you've seen that.
And-
Did you see it, Leon?
No,
Well,
it was
JP
really
and
good.
Maisie were meant to be like
Oh,
boyfriends and girlfriends, but obviously because they're like best friends, it was like it was so awkward. Even just like 'cause
we
we'd be
played.
sat
We was
there,
fun. Like we had like the good like chemistry on stage, but then after we'd finished like having to hold hands
Oh,
or like
hands are
I'd
so
kiss him on the
sweaty.
forehead, we'd be like. But it was just really. It was a really serious play, and then we had like Kev and JP having to look at each other doing the scene
was
for
it.
like 5 seconds, and they just burst
Took us
into
months to
laughter.
do
The
it.
turn round, when it was the
To be
turn,
fair,
like
It
the
was
massive
that-
turn round.
It turned out to be the strongest scene that I think because it was just
Oh,
like
it was
we would sit there. and
not
just, like,
pathetic,
I'd just be,
fantastic.
like, just
Pathetic.
pathetic.
Thanks,
Kind of
mate.
speak. Right, so regards back to
Social media.
Social media obviously has also its downfall, and
Yeah.
personally, my reason why I think it's downfall is that people either they put so much out there that so many people can get involved, and so many people. It's like, so a lot of people for some reason put a lot of their personal stuff online, and I don't believe in that. I think you shouldn't put stuff like that on social media. It should be, if you're going to solve an issue between you and another person, it should be kept between you and another person, really. And I think
100%.
a lot of people,
Voiced out all over the comment
Yeah.
section.
Yeah.
a lot of
Oh,
people
yeah.
voice it on social media, but they do it just to get
A
A
That's
little
it.
tweet. Just fell out with me, fella.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I
I'm
don't care.
having lunch with me. I'm having Mackies with me fella. Who cares? What the fuck
I
going on?
Do you
know.
know what's funny though? I do have to laugh though. Like when you see two people like having like aimed statuses,
God,
and
yeah.
it causes arguments. And you're
Yeah.
sitting there watching, going, ugh. 'Cause, like,
I've done.
these keyboard warriors, as they're called, they say all like these big mad like paragraphs and everything. But if that was in real life, it'd just be.
Do you know what
one-word
I feel is the
sentences.
worst thing about social media is
That Maisie's on it.
yeah, especially on TikTok. Anyway, but I think the worst thing about
do
it is there's so many like influencers that have like the ideal body, and then they have these amazing lifestyles, and then you're like, but I don't look like that, so am I ugly, or
I
I
know.
don't go out, so am I like boring?
There's
and
an,
it makes you think
yeah.
about yourself and very self-conscious.
There's an influencer called her name's Marlon. She was on Love Island in season 2, and she will be dead open about her body, and she's not a little skinny mini like her, and she will take pictures of it, and she's got rolls, and she'll dance rounds and bikinis, and she's got things wobbling like a human being does. No one's
No one's
thin,
perfect.
pin
It's all
skinny
angles.
No.
and
Angles.
doesn't move. So she shows this like what people look like. Do you know what I mean? Not
Mhm.
everyone looks a certain way. Not everyone's super flat stomach and skinny. Even lots of models and stuff now are posting pictures of how they, I slouch, I've got rolls. Do you know what I mean? But then there is people who will be like, I'm Miss Perfect.
Well, speaking of Love Island as well, you know Molly May, who like
She's gorgeous.
was with Tommy. She's actually been like proper
Oh, Tommy is.
Tommy Fury, like
Molly
You're
May.
not helping.
Saying
not
the
helping.
surname doesn't help.
Do you know who Tyson Fury is?
Tyson
No.
Fury, the boxer.
What?
Right.
He's a boxer.
I am not a sports person.
Oh, no way.
I'm not football,
Is
box.
that
Yes,
Molly
not
from
an I.
Love Island or something?
Yeah.
Molly May.
So basically, like they're just like a couple, like that were on Love Island. So they're
Really
obviously,
nice
like very
couple.
attractive. They were like dead nice people. But she's like obviously through lockdown, she's gained a lot of weight. Like everyone's been
Yeah.
eating more. Do you get what I mean? Like everyone goes to Asda and buys a birthday cake for themselves. That's like fine.
Even when it's not the birthday.
Lucy.
Yeah, I do that too often.
But if,
Anyway, so then she went on holiday. And like was like posting pictures, and obviously like she looks skinny because like whatever poses she's doing. And then she got like
Knocking it.
papped, like paparazzi saw her, and like she had like rolls and cellulite, and everyone's posting it everywhere. Like, oh my god, look how ugly she is, this, that, and the
I
other.
think I've seen that.
And I was fuming because I'm not messing. But like so many people in the world look like that. Not everyone's this tiny little skinny
Yeah.
person.
This
Well,
little waist.
that's what's
Yeah.
wrong with social media. And not only does it, I know obviously one of the biggest reasons, because a lot of young girls out there, they feel they have to look this way, but it's not also girls. A lot of guys, especially young lads, especially, they're
100%,
feeling
yeah.
they've got to look this way, and that's because they get attacked by certain girls who go, "Oh, you're not muscly, you're not big, you're you're a large man," and that's it. Guys get affected by it as much as girls, and I think that
100%.
gets overlooked. I think
I
a
do.
lot.
It
I think it
does.
does sometimes. Definitely. Sorry, I've got my
You
hand
put your
up
hand
still.
up, go on.
I can take my hand down now.
Yeah.
But I do like, especially when she said about Molly May and Tommy. Tommy is this really big 6-pack and he's, but like not everyone looks like that. And I think it's really good that sometimes a lot of platforms have diversity, but then also don't, and everyone looks like that. But I was gonna say, just know Jessie Nelson from Little Mix.
Yeah.
She
Her
got
story.
so much hate. She wasn't fat, she wasn't ugly, and she got so much hate from her whole career. She tried to kill herself. She had loads of obviously did a documentary on
Her
BBC One.
story was
Watch it.
inspirational.
That would make lots of people
That made me
not.
cry.
That made me cry, and I cried everything. But that would make that would make me. I was watching that, and that made me really pull back on when I post on social media and also what I look at, because even though I've never really got negative comments, really, I think I can imagine how much hate that would be for someone.
And I think especially being in the public
Public eye. And
Yeah.
she
So
was
much
in a
worse.
band, a girl band with three
With
very
beautiful,
skinny.
ones,
Yeah, and
then-
Yeah.
she was a tiny bit bigger. She was a little bit bigger. She had
Yeah.
big legs. Who doesn't? Not everyone looks the
I know who
same.
that is now.
And she's dead pretty, and she was the fat one, the ugly one.
I
Do you know
felt
what I
bad
mean?
for her because she actually went and worked out and
Yeah.
lost some of the weight. And then in the documentary, she mentions that Katie Hopkins went and posted,
Yeah.
"Oh, someone's still a chubby," and it's like,
I
Yeah,
hate
after all that
Why?
work,
Katie Hopkins.
Exactly. I
Why?
don't understand. If you're in the public eye, you know what it's like to get hate.
you
Why would
shouldn't
you do that to
I know.
attack
somebody
someone
else?
else. It's not
She
nice.
she posted a paparazzi picture of her the other day. Sorry, Rube. Of her.
She's basically sat there.
So sorry. Of Jessie Nelson walking with her new boyfriend, and yeah, it's been
Is she not
locked
with
down.
Chris?
No, I know. Put a bit of weight on, and she had, she had a pair of like skinny jeans on, and she had a bit of a bump belly. Do you know what I mean? Which everyone has female
There's no
because you've
wrong
got
with
this thing called a uterus, but whatever. Which is why it sticks out. But anyway, people think you can't have one of them, and everyone posting hate comments about
Maybe
it. And
they
she
spat the
went,
water out.
"Oh my god."
Spit take.
Sorry, I've got no filter. She was like, yeah, big lockdown. I put a bit of weight on. I'm only a human being. But if that was someone else who everyone didn't already hate, why do we hate on people? Makes no sense to
You
me.
shouldn't attack. Like, sorry,
Go
Ruby,
on,
go ahead,
Ruby.
go on,
No,
go
it's
on.
fine.
No,
You just
talk
go,
now.
No,
Have
it's
it
fine.
lined
Just go ahead.
Talk.
You ready, Ruby?
Sorry, trying to recover from you going.
Uterus.
You have a uterus?
You do. That's why you have that pop. That's why
we
girls
do.
have
We
it.
figured that out.
You figured that out. You figured out the secret. It's new news.
Oh. No, what I was going to say is we've looked at the disadvantages of it, but when you see, which I do, and I know it's not just TikTok, but when you look at TikTok and you go on the For You page, a lot of what you see is negative comments, but you can scroll to that one video and it's people just hyping up people. And I think that that's
Body
grown.
confidence and everything.
That has grown a lot
That's
over
that's
the
what they
years.
should do.
I have seen such an improvement in everyone posting,
It's like
everyone saying this
Like I
is
say,
something.
Especially on TikTok, there's been
yeah.
I've seen a lot of women who've been like some women comment saying you've given me confidence to
Yeah.
like
go out there.
Yeah.
wear like less clothing, you know.
Yeah.
It
you know,
should be
to show
more
your body
though.
off.
It should be
Women
confident.
Supporting women,
Yeah.
men
It
supporting
should
men,
be.
Yeah, it should be.
women
And
supporting men. Everyone
that's what people
supports
say
each
is-
other, shouldn't they?
But
Well,
even,
why
you know,
aren't we
Cardi
supporting
B,
each other through a time that they're
Exactly.
going through?
You know, Cardi
Yeah.
B, in like her music, obviously, and especially her music
Yeah.
videos,
Yeah.
she always says, like, she's like never wearing any clothes. And like in one of
Ever.
Little Mix videos, going back to them, they've literally got a song called Strip. Do you get what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what else is it about? And Piers Morgan proper slated them for it, and they were like, well, why don't you use your talent instead of your sexuality? And loads of people, like Rihanna, I'm sure Rihanna did,
But
Cardi
they
B
weren't
definitely
using
did.
the sexuality in the
No,
videos.
Exactly.
are
They,
Yeah.
they
Like
people who say
Ariana
they've got
Grande.
kids who listen to them, but they
Mhm.
don't. Their audience are going up. I've seen them when I was a little kid, and I've seen them
Yeah.
last year, I think. And they're just dressing the way every other singer does.
Exactly.
But that's it though. When
And-
they see a woman dress a certain way, it's instant. There's instantly they get
I know.
they
Yeah.
get put in a certain
That's
like section of
that's
the
like
society.
I
Yeah,
like
it's not
I'm not
nice.
even just gonna talk about myself, but I know what you mean, because when I've been on holiday, I felt really awkward wearing a bikini just because I have quite a big chest, which is a bit annoying. And I always think people are gonna think, oh, she's flaunting it. She's no. I always think people are gonna think that I'm in this
Maisie.
category of being a bit of.
I know what you
We're
mean
keeping
now.
you on this podcast.
But,
You know,
Ariana Grande turns
know what I
around
mean
and went,
now?
I'm used, like, she said, like,
She's
me
so
and all
pretty.
them, she was like, we are using our talent, but we're choosing to use our, like, sexuality or to
I
wear
know.
whatever. And even Cardi B turned around in one and said, yeah, I don't wear, like, a lot of clothes in my videos, but I'm empowering other people to wear as much or as little as
Yeah,
they want.
That's
like,
what I mean.
it's all about empowering, like, men and women. Do you get what I mean? It's not all
That's
about
what
women.
I was saying about
There's
me.
3
was
boys in
like,
here too.
That's what I was saying about me. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying like, oh yeah, but you get put in this category, don't you? To say I wear all day and I wore a swimming costume, one of them skirts. Oh, she's a prude, and I wear a bikini, and sorry, I've got a big chest, and everyone's like, oh, she's, she's this, she's that, and I'm not. I'm wearing a bikini. I'm on
You
holiday,
know what, though, with social media and also
and
the
social
the
media
category thing
foreshadows
is
that.
everyone, and this is like, everyone does it. We judge so soon.
Yeah.
Oh,
You,
so
someone
quick.
walks past you in a certain clothing, looking a certain way, and you,
Nice.
in a split second, and everyone
Does it.
makes a quick judgment
Like, you
on
always
that person.
see that
You
person in
don't know
town
them.
wearing that
You
one
have no
outfit, and you
idea
just
why
sat there
they
like,
dress
My
that
mum
way.
does it,
That
and
is
my
their
nan does it.
personality.
People
you
do it,
judge
and you'll
it,
go, you'll look
and
and go.
it's
Have
a
you seen
trait
what
that
they're
we
wearing?
have, that
Why
we've
do
had
we do
for
it?
ages, and I think
I
needs
think
to be like destroyed
we
because
need to put
judge a
that
book
out, we
by
need to
its
put that
cover.
out there, especially to our listeners, is that you should never judge it.
No.
Never judge a book
No.
by its cover, and I think
it's I
you should
go
get
by
to
that
know a
every day.
person before you make that decision.
If I judge people on who they were, I would probably not be friends with a
Mhm.
lot of people.
But I
Yeah.
think
JP
everyone,
includes
and I think what people
Joking.
got to remember as well is that anyone who whenever they put something on social media,
It's not always true.
19, like literally 9 times out of 10, it's edited, it's certain angles, they get at certain ways just to make them think, just to
Some
make
people
them
spend
fit in
about
it.
6 hours trying to take a
Yeah.
picture and then
Yeah.
But it's edited. If your person was
Yeah.
to just take a normal picture, even like people who are famous, it'll show them what they truly look like.
Speaking of that though as well, if you think about that, and if you think about how much pictures are like edited or like taken certain ways and all that, like 72% of teenagers are on social media. So that's like 72% of like the future, if you want to say, looking at this and being like taken back, like, oh my god, well that's like the standard of beauty and that's this and that and the other.
There's a thing as well, like, so
I don't think there should be a standard. There is no
There's
standard.
There
meant to be a
isn't.
thing of what
There's
beauty
no
is.
standard.
Yeah.
But there shouldn't be.
No,
You know,
but-
people, I've been, they always say girls with blonde hair, blue eyes. I've got blonde hair, blue eyes, and I do
It's
not
like
look like
putting it on
any
a
of them
spectrum,
girls.
there's no point.
there's a saying that says beauty is in the eye of the beholder,
Yeah.
which basically means every single person on this planet
It's
has
beautiful to someone.
so every single person on this planet has a taste, a preference, and every single person on this planet obviously likes someone else. They're not going to always like that one person. Go on, Maisie.
Okay.
No,
maybe.
sorry, I seen this. It was on a video somewhere, and it was. Do you know who it was? Jojo Siwa.
Oh,
I love
Jojo
it.
Siwa's
She
my
said.
favourite.
Is that her
She
name?
said, yeah.
Yeah.
Jojo
Everybody
Siwa.
hates
Let me say
Jojo, and she's my
this.
favourite person in the
She
world.
said she was
To the
talking
point.
about haters to people. She was talking about
Is
haters.
she from Dance
And
Moms?
she said,
Yeah.
yeah. But that's not why. Do you know she anyway, I'll
I
tell you
didn't
later.
watch
Finish
Dance
the
Moms,
saying.
by
Can
the
I
way.
finish
Finish
what
the
I'm
saying,
saying?
amazing.
What she said was, talking about hate. She said, okay, you might have 5,000 horrible, nasty comments, and you might have 3 nice comments, but then think about it. Someone in the world loves you. You have people who love and care about you. It doesn't
I'm one of them
matter
people for
what them
Jojo.
haters say. That's why she got the song,
you
and
one of
I'll
those
come back
few
like a
people.
boomerang.
Yeah, I am one of those
That's it.
people.
And I think that's a lesson that we should all
Jojo.
take. Now to
yeah.
start, to wrap the session up, I want to go round and I want to, if you could explain social media in just a few words, good or bad in your opinion. Start with Lucy.
Oh, that's pressure, that.
That's a few words. That's a few
Yeah,
words.
Lucy, turn over.
Go on.
Go on.
Social media is beautiful. It's ugly, and it is. Oh my god, that's the first silence we've had.
It is. One more word.
Ooh.
That's a word. Ooh's not a word.
Ooh.
Good.
social media is ooh.
Beautiful, ugly, and ooh. We can roll with that.
Catch me rolling.
Pressurized.
Ooh, okay. So beautiful, ugly, and pressurized. I like that.
Social
Maisie.
media is influenced, interesting, and This is difficult.
Class where everyone gets stuck in
I would
our
say,
head.
ooh.
Ooh.
Personally, I enjoy it. I think it's enjoyable, happy-ish
Leon.
experience.
Hey.
Hey.
Social media has the power to not only inspire people and influence people, but it also has the power to destroy people, because you have so much positivity that can build people up and make them feel good about themselves, but that, as we touched on earlier with Jesse Nelson, that one negative comment can easily just knock your confidence down for 10 and make you feel only so small. And everyone's like, oh, you look great. And then there's one comment says, oh, actually, you look ugly or you look chubby. And it's like,
So that's just sometimes it can just be the one bad comment.
Only takes one word.
Ruby?
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, we didn't do it. Ruby.
Every time.
Ooh.
So you think, ooh.
We need to start with
Excuse
something
my
like
laugh.
that.
That's how we start the podcast now. This is space. Ooh. Go on, Ruby.
Oh.
Oh.
I didn't even mean
Why does
it.
everyone say, ooh?
Do it without saying ooh. Ah. Ooh.
Be honest, like, what's it to you personally? You can be as personal as you want.
It's standard, and it's very easily judged on, and I think it needs to start to change in a lot of ways. It's dead fun. Like, I love being on Instagram and seeing different people. Like, it's good to see other people's lives, but it's not good to see them get judged for something that maybe they can't control, and something that makes them beautiful just because someone else doesn't think it is. So.
Okay, Kev.
I'm being told to hurry up. I mean,
A few words.
We've got a little anthem thing, you say.
I would say, so if anyone who's a Terminator fan, they'll get this reference. Social media will be our Skynet.
Ooh, that's a good one.
What's
Don't get it.
Skynet?
Well, obviously, you don't watch
What's Terminator?
Terminator.
You'll understand.
Is that the
Um,
one with Arnold Schwartz? Like
Yes.
Muslim man?
I'll be
I'll
back.
be back.
Um,
Muslim man,
I think
yes.
for me,
I'll be back.
Get
So-
to the chapel.
I think get to the chopper.
He's got a Snapchat story where he goes round to all the bodybuilders.
He's got a pet donkey, you know.
I want a
Of
pet
all
donkey.
things, a pet donkey.
This
Sorry,
is so
JP.
irrelevant.
Yeah,
Um,
give JP a go.
Social media,
Looks like a donkey.
to me, is the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Ah, no. Nice,
So
nice.
before we end, we're going to play a song.
She's got a song to play.
I don't really care about what they say.
I don't know this song.
Cause I'll come back like a boomerang.
Kieran, just cut it.
Won't let the haters get
So from all of us here at Space, this
I'ma
is
go
our
back
episode.
like a
This was our
boomerang.
episode 3 from season 2 about social media.
We should end it like Truman.
No, we're
If I
ending
don't see
saying.
you,
Yes,
good evening, good night, and good morning.
that's a good way to end it.
Isn't it, if I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window?
No, it's a
That's a bit creepy.
That's through the keyhole.
So
It's the window.
from JP,
Kevin.
so
Celebrity
Ruby.
juice.
start that again. So from JP,
Kevin.
Ruby.
Leon.
Maisie.
Lucy.
it's a goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Not through the window.
Please.